And that should do it. I think we're
man.
live.
Oh man,
Looks like it.
we're live.
We're live.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to our second session in the first Anvea campaign, where we're playtesting the tabletop
Yeah.
I'm putting together and subjecting everyone here to my new rules. We'll see how it goes. So last time, you guys were tasked with rescuing some villagers that had been abducted by what you thought to be like a bandit group in the area. But you soon found that instead it was some sort of like a mantis spider hybrid centaur thing that was putting people to sleep and abducting them and eating them in kind of like the Matrix, but a lot more messed up. And
Turns out he was all right, though. You know, he didn't need us.
yeah.
And we partied. It was awesome.
Yep. You guys made it out.
What was it, a Matrix type party?
I hope so.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Not as
It
much.
just felt like time slowed down.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. There was some fuckery, yeah.
Not nearly as much
Yeah, you
raving
made it out.
as in Matrix parties either.
You bargained with the mantis guy, who you learned his name was Aprid. And what else? You got a strange helmet from him that he or that you never showed him. He just had the box that it was in, and you guys convinced him that instead of the strange helmet, the box actually just had weed in it. And you gave him that instead. And then we were going to pick up with you guys returning back to town with the fancy helmet, the note with it, and some money. And then before we go back into town, let's just go around to character introductions. Everyone say who they're playing and kind of what they do. We'll start with Chuck.
Oh, that's me. I'm Chuck. Hi. I'm playing Kozel, the Leshy. You'll have to give me a bit. I just woke up from a nap like a little over a half hour ago, so things are slowly starting to spin up. But yeah, man, like Kozel, I'm a plant. I eat meat, and by eat it, I just throw it on the ground and stick my toes in it. That way I can absorb the protein. Yeah. That's all we got, man. I also shoot things with a bow. Shoot.
Got a carnivorous bunch of leshies.
Yeah, man.
Which I guess that means Alex. Who are you playing?
Playing Stroop. What's the best way to describe Stroop? What was that kid
Living
show?
nightmare.
No. What's that kid show where the dude like puts on his shoes and all that? He has a little train
Mr.
set.
Rogers.
Yeah, I'm like that, but I eat people.
Okay. All right. I like it. Dan, who are you playing?
Hey, everybody, Dan. I'm playing Ezra, and they smile at things convincingly. That's about it, I think.
It's a useful skill. All right. And Jake, who are you playing?
I play Kevin Bareth, who is a drow with a fondness for hammers and knives.
All right. And last but not least, Tyler.
Oh no, it's definitely least. I play Schlemp, who is a dwarven fighter who likes to punch things with his brass knuckles.
All right. Awesome. So yeah, we pick up with you guys coming into town. I think you had. I think everything in your possession was that strange hat, the note, some money. A few of you were kind of beat up, and then I think you also had like the old man that you'd rescued. Someone probably had him slung over their shoulder. You enter the town of
Didn't need him.
Brendal.
It was definitely not Kozel or Stroop, or they might have snacked on him before we got here.
Yeah.
I think I was sort of dragging him along.
Okay.
All right.
So it's kind of late at night. There's still like a little bit of dusk. And actually, it'd be almost, because I think it was more like midnight last time. So yeah, it's kind of like midnight. But there are some people out because the woman and her daughter that you guys freed at the very beginning made it back to town. So there's a few people up that are kind of seeing to them, and they're expecting a lot of you to come back. And you're kind of greeted with a bunch of fanfare, everyone calling out, and they see that you're towing the old man behind you. And that's when
Old man
Dan,
Jenkins.
you hear the voice of an angry old woman as we now find out that your fallout that you picked up at last session, you got a fortune fallout, and that is Nemesis.
Oh man,
An
old lady too.
And you hear an old lady cry, she cries out, "What'd you do with my herald?" As you feel a handbag swing over the back of your head. It feels like she put a rock in it.
Wow. Good thing I'm wearing a fancy helmet now, I guess. Maybe.
Yep. I'm going to roll to see if she actually hits you.
She's going to obliterate me.
That would be hilarious. She got 2 successes. It's only a rock and a handbag. Deals 5 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Hit you directly in your soft
wow.
spot.
How much does my helmet protect me any?
Yeah, it would. Roll a d4 and subtract that.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna have to roll real high or I'm taking a fallout. Nope, I'm taking a fallout.
Okay.
I already have 3 strength damage, so
Oh, dang.
this lady's literally
Okay.
going to be the end of me. You guys should recruit her into the party and kick me out.
She seems like a
Bro,
badass.
Give me a d100, Dan.
I have 2 fallouts. My character is going to be worthless before too long.
Pierced heart. That's weird.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. I hope that's...
Somehow the rock traveled through your skull and directly in and out of your heart.
It's crazy. Dan, you are going to get furious.
That seems appropriate.
It's a minor fallout, and you must all failed tests you have to push until you clear that condition.
Wow.
Wow.
How long does that last?
But we're back in town, so you'll be able to deal with that. So yeah, she's still angry. She's spinning her handbag. Looks like she's gonna go for another attack. What are you doing?
Harold's the old man, right? That we saved. Yeah. I'm picking him up and holding him in front of me like a shield.
Like, are we all there?
Yeah, you guys are like in a bunch. You were coming back. You were being greeted by all the people that had like come out, and they were all like saying thank you for rescuing the town or rescuing the people. As Dan got just clocked in the back of the head by the sandbag with a rock.
Yeah, I thought we saved Harold, but good God, he's gonna get us killed.
Yeah,
I want
so
to
she keeps
go.
spitting.
I want to go ahead
And,
and cast Obscure on Ezra.
Okay.
That way, you know, you're a little harder to see and hopefully hit.
Sure.
It's 5. And I don't remember. Arcane. Okay. Give me a second. Still waking up. 5, 6, 7. 7 dice. Joe, it's 7 dice. Why did you make it so complicated?
I don't know.
You should have just said, Chuck, just look at your things. And I did. And it worked. And
So
I
you get one
succeed.
success. That's to meet the prior.
Yeah,
Like the
I'm gonna push.
baseline magic cost.
Yeah, I gotta
So if
push
you want
that.
it to have an effect, you'll have to push.
Yeah. So I'll push 6 dice. All right. So it's 2 successes, and I take a point of, what is that, mental stress?
Mental damage.
Mental damage.
Yep. 1 point of mental damage.
Okay.
Damage.
And that gives Dan basically a auto, or he flips a glance, like a 2 through 5, to a 6 on an obscure test. If you were to make one. So Dan, you get this like little kind of mist that washes over you. It's pretty late at night, so it's kind of easy to mess with the light around you. You've got like this slight blurring effect to where you're at, and you're holding old man Harold passed out in
Since I'm
front of you.
obscured now, I'm gonna definitely be like, "These guys saved my life. I'm Harold."
She's still spinning her handbag. It looked like she was going to try and swing at you, but you put Harold up in the way, and she hasn't stopped like spinning it, but doesn't want to attack through him. She calls out, "What'd you do to him?"
I'm your not dead husband. I'm definitely gonna be like moving his arms and stuff.
Oh no. Do you want to do a deceive test?
I mean, he's
Or,
not dead, right?
I guess
No,
that's a
he's-
compel, but you're kind of.
I mean,
I'll let
I'm
you do
equally
either a
bad.
compel or a deceive.
I'm equally bad at both. I think I just get 4 dice. So. Gosh. And I have to push that.
Yep.
Oh.
So, that's fine. So, mark 2 fortune damage.
Yep. I'm already working my way up to another fallout.
That's great. But so you do that. You kind of puppeteer this unconscious Harold in front of her. She's like, "That's not my Harold." And she tries to swing around and hit wherever's behind her husband. But she does not hit. So you just hear the handbag like whiz by your ear. It's definitely got a rock in it.
Must be a big one. Maybe it's her bowling ball.
She goes to rile it back up, yelling obscenities at you guys.
If I'm not Harold, then who am I?
Anyone else want to assist Dan in his time of need?
Oh, I had a question.
Sure.
In this world, are leshies like common? Is it like weird to see us, or?
They are commonly known about, but not really commonly encountered.
Okay.
They don't often venture out for like mercenary or adventuring type work. But pretty much any major forest, you'll run into one or two if you go through them, or you'll see them. So in your profession, they're kind of rare, but people definitely know who you are or like what type of thing you are. They're not like, scared to see a plant that's animated.
Can I step in between them and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is the man who saved his life.
Sure.
I'm definitely trying
You
to
wanted to
deceive
do
her.
that? Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
give me
lying
a
at him. I'm
test.
like, he killed a dragon to save this man.
All right. Give me that deceive test.
I am correct. I have a 5 charisma and 2 deceive. That is.
Yep. And then this would be a
17.
social, if you have that. You have a social context.
Nah. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. But
Still 7 dice.
Social or urban, possibly, right?
wait, what'd you say?
Would urban count
Because
too?
they're only talking to her, it's
Okay.
it's just social.
Oh, okay. I thought everything had 2 possible.
It can have 2 possible sometimes. It can have kind of any number, but
Okay.
usually when it's like purely just talking, 2 successes. Okay, roll me 2d6.
I have a lot of stuff on my desk right now. 2d6.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. She had a threshold of 6 to kind
Wow.
of talk her down. So you step in the way, you're like, whoa, this guy's all right. He saved her. There was a dragon.
Mhm.
She slowly starts winding down the handbag. It's like, oh, well, all right. Well, I don't understand why he's in such poor condition. She kind of snatches him out of his arms.
That's the best we could do.
He just hasn't
pretty
been
good.
watered for a while. Like, just go water him and he'll perk right back up.
Feed him some plant food,
I need somebody to water me.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw some compost
gotta-
on him. He'll get fixed right up.
Miracle Grow.
Eat your dirt.
She looks you up and down as a leshy. She's like, very funny, and kind of drags him off. And she leaves you guys to the rest of the crowd. And you see that there's like a small group of people. They're still talking to like the mother. It looks like the daughter is not out. They're probably like in their home or whatever. But the town people are still talking to her mother, trying to figure out what happened. And they'll, after this little confrontation, they turn to you guys and start asking like, oh, so did you catch the bandits? Did you kill them all, or what happened? How'd you guys get away?
Oh.
They conveniently fell into a pit trap.
Is there food around?
Yeah, there would be.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, and I just walk off immediately once I realize there's food.
Yeah, there's a small like table set up that's got some bread and stuff on it, and like a pitcher of water. So
We got
Wait,
there.
this
There's
one-
some sort of like crazy monster and it ran off before we could do anything about it.
Hold on. Is there no meat on this table right now?
not at the moment, no. Just
I'm
water.
just staring at the table now.
Sadness.
Ezra, you said you're like telling him about the monster that you guys encountered?
Loosely, yeah.
Okay.
So that way I
Yeah.
can probably make another test here and screw up.
Oh, can I like assist him? Can I like embellish his tale for him? And
And there's not necessarily a test for this bit, but they're just kind of asking about it. They just seemed curious. They're like, really, like a monster? We thought it was just bandits. She said something about there being like a cave with bandits in it. What monster did you guys run into?
I don't know, some sort of weird critter that acted like a spider but wasn't a spider.
Yeah, 8 legs.
I mean, it
and
ran away
4
like a
mouths
spider
and-
does.
Oh, did you guys kill it then?
I mean, we
That sounds
tried.
pretty
but
dangerous.
It was.
So it's still alive?
We couldn't leave Harold like this. He was about to die.
I'm like, oh, I guess
the,
that's
the
true.
poor woman and her
It's
child.
good
was-
that you were able to rescue everyone at least.
We didn't rescue the bandits.
Yeah.
But there were bandits?
There were bones.
There were bones.
I assume they were bandits.
Assume.
Okay.
We were too busy
Don't
trying
camp
to haul
outside
Harold
at
out
night.
there heroically.
Yeah, there's a lot worse things than, well, I don't know if there's worse things than a giant spider mantis thing. That sounds pretty horrifying, but there's definitely things that you don't want to encounter out here. So I suppose if you chased it off, hopefully we'll be safe for a while. So we do greatly appreciate you returning our townspeople back to us. And they say, like, as discussed, and you each are paid a D6 in gold coins.
Hooray. I can immediately turn around and spend that on healing.
Yep. Then they say, like, oh, if a few of you look pretty beat up, if you're in need of any sort of like medical assistance, our healer will gladly see to your wounds.
How
And
much
they
gold was
point you
that?
over towards the house.
D6.
A D6?
D6 in coins. Yep.
Right. Okay, yeah. Might hurt. My character sheet says I'm not. Right, a little.
A couple points of damage.
Dan, you can remove Nemesis from your Fallout counter. You'll still have like the check mark for it until you long rest.
Okay.
Pretty much the way like your Fallout total checks work is you check them as you acquire them, and then when you long rest, you clear checks, and then only the current ones that are affecting you stay checked.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But yeah, anyone that's wanting healing or anything like that, any sort of like either healing your HP or wanting to remove a fallout or something, there is a doctor.
What's the natural rate of healing in this game?
You double your current HP on a long rest
Okay.
in each health pool.
Then I'm not going to worry about
Yep.
a healer.
Yep. So if you had like 6 total HP and you were down to 4, then it would double up to 8, but your max is 6. So you'd have 6. You'd be at full.
Yeah, I think I could just sleep this one off then.
Yeah, I'm missing like 3 total HP.
Like to try and get rid of
There's
my
also
periods. Also,
yeah. Yep. And then you can't clear Fallout without healing of some kind.
Okay.
Unless there's like some specific interactions or items that you can find that do that. But for the most part, you'll have to find like a doctor or somebody to clear ongoing Fallout.
Yep.
So yeah, if you guys want to visit the doctor, you're pointed over to like a small hut that's kind of on the edge. And
need
the light's on.
get less angry.
How much did you say it was going to cost to get a fallout removed?
Yeah. So as you guys poke your head in, you notice that this appears to be the house of that old woman.
Oh,
Oh no.
She's the town doctor. And you see Harold kind of sprawled out, and he's got like a blanket over him. He's got a little cup of water sitting on his lap. He's kind of propped up in a chair, and she hears the door like open and close. And says she'll like, "I'll be out in 1 minute."
Oh man,
After
Definitely
finishing.
time to turn around and leave.
you guys
Yeah,
are
it's-
fucked.
Abe Simpson walking in, back out.
Yeah.
Comes out. And she's like,
Put
"Oh,
my
you
hat
folk."
right here. Oh, I'm gonna take that
She
back.
says, I think I overreacted a little bit earlier. I'm sorry. I just getting away when I see my poor Harold all, beat up like that. But I am appreciative of you guys rescuing him. And
I saw
She
his
looks
light
at-
flash before my eyes.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
So she
Okay.
will clear Fallout for a D4 of resources.
Okay. So if we're taking that out of a D6, what does it become?
A
Two, yeah.
D2.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just straight subtraction.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
And then Dan, actually, she looks at like the bruise on the back of your head, and she's like, I'll only charge you a D2 for that.
Okay.
And so here,
This is a heck of a way to get business.
yeah. She's like, I'm sorry about that, but that's not all my fault. She kind of looks over the rest of you.
That's technically
Yeah.
true. Some of that fallout was not her. Although she did enough damage to immediately give me a fallout either way.
Is there anyone else that's got like injured, like fallout or anything that needs to be cleared?
I don't.
I
no.
had jaded, so basically I was just feeling blue.
Okay,
So I guess I'll just-
Diablo dying.
awesome.
I'll get therapy from the woman who attacked us.
Yeah. She helps to clear that, and you each are back to full, or at least your fallout's removed. And then I think everyone's health is at that, so that if you do one long rest, you'll be back up to full.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Oh, you know what? Just for funsies, should I have Roland to see if I got a major fallout or?
Technically you should have. Yeah. How many D6 did you have? We'll look over it this time, but
I mean, I figured it might be an opportunity to just do the mechanic, to be completely honest.
and we can.
I mean, play testing after all.
So each time you take a fallout after your first fallout, you roll as many D6 as your previous. So like you get one D6 in your pool for every previous fallout you had, you roll them. And if any of them are sixes, then you get, and so you wouldn't have got one because you only roll the one die for the first one that you had. So
Okay, because I had 2 check boxes. So
yeah, so you like roll the die and then you do the check mark. So it's the order is when you're taking a new fallout, you roll a die for all of your current fallout and then you add one check mark if you get a minor.
okay, so I would have rolled 1 when I got the second box. So if I got a third box, then I'd roll 2.
Yeah, that's also why like when you take your first fallout, it's guaranteed to be a minor because you don't
have any
for the one that you're taking. Yeah,
Good. Well, I guess it worked out despite my best efforts.
it did. If you had another fallout, you would have just taken a major. But yeah, and then that's the even if you do have like a medic or you have some way to clear your fallout, until you take a long rest, you don't clear those check marks. So even if you're like getting a fallout and then healing it back and getting a fallout and healing it back, those check marks will accumulate, and it's getting more and more likely that you seriously hurt yourself within the same day or
Okay.
within the same long rest period. So that's how that works. But yeah, so I guess everyone's rested up. Yeah, and then so you have that helmet and that note, which was addressed to Lewitt.
Yeah, what's that all
So
about?
yeah, so are you guys wanting to like try and talk to anyone right now, or just do a long rest and talk to people in the morning?
I'm fine with getting a long rest in before
Probably safer too. Yeah.
potentially making new nemesis.
I'm good with
Go
that.
outside.
And then the town too, they say like, oh, well, it's fine if you guys stay here for the night. They don't charge you for a night in the tavern after rescuing 3 other townspeople. You're all put up for free.
Neat.
Handle that.
It's the best price.
Yes. All right. But it's the next day. Wake up, there's food being served in the inn, and pretty much your lead to go off of is the name Lewitt.
What
So
food are
we'll
they
just ask
serving?
around and see if anybody knows this name.
Sure. Is there any like particular person that you want to ask in town?
I mean,
Just like
probably just
ask
walk around
random.
and start asking people. Probably
Yeah.
starting at the bar.
Okay. So you ask the innkeep, the barkeep, as he's serving you guys breakfast. And he's like, I meet a lot of people. I've met several Lewitts.
You know any that
Sure,
are
which one that
particularly
would be.
wealthy?
He's kind of thinks for a bit. It's like, there might be one that there's like a elven dude that came through a few months ago. I think his name was Lewitt. Kind of stood out because it's not a very elvish name. I think Harold knows that guy pretty well. If you want to talk to him,
Harold.
you might know.
Okay.
Harold was the old man, right?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, you guys got like meat in this breakfast, right?
Yeah. And then there's like a meat pie and some bread. And
The safety of everyone. It's important to get these plants meat.
Are they
I don't-
charging for this breakfast?
You won't like them when they're hangry.
No, they're not.
They're not charging for this intercontinental breakfast?
It's continental.
Nope.
It's like I'm in France.
Oh,
Spain.
I am a papoon. Yeah,
But,
I'm not asking questions. I am just eating. You said it was a cottage pie. Is that what you said? What is it?
Yeah, it's like a meat pie, like a not a super
Pie.
fancy one, but it does the job. You
That's
get
all I'm
very
eating.
strange looks from everyone that sees you eating the meat of it, but they don't say anything.
I go through and I pick all the meat out and I put it on a plate, set that plate on the ground, and I stand on it. And all of my little roots grow out of my feet into the meat, just slowly start absorbing it. Oh, this is good, man.
They don't stop you, but
Like to
you
see 'em
definitely get
try.
strange looks.
I
Want to,
imagine
but
a
they
lot of
don't.
them stop eating.
Yeah, a few people definitely kind of like turn away that are still working on their plates.
You guys got any food you don't want to eat? Like, I'll eat it too.
Well, you can have everything that I didn't pick out of mine if you want it. It's mostly
Like all the-
vegetables, so, you know, if you really want to.
No, we'll put that in the compost pile.
It's more like it.
This is the most malnourished party of adventurers.
we only eat meat, except in secret. Sometimes we eat some veggies.
Sneak out and
Yeah,
eat some
We all
broccoli.
get to fall out scurvy.
yeah. My cat is attacking me. But yeah, so you guys are able to track down Harold. He is still being kind of like nursed back up to health in their home, and he's like out on a rocking chair on their porch. He's still like got this blanket over him. There's just a little tray of food. Looks like it hasn't been touched, and he's rocking himself back and forth.
On that tray of food.
What?
What's on that tray?
How much meat?
Looks like there's it looks like it was a chicken leg, but the bone's been like removed from it. and so it's just kind of like the meat off of a chicken leg, and then you see a small roasted carrot.
You awake?
Yes, he appears to be.
Okay.
He's just kind of like rocking.
I'll play this by here. Okay. You guys can continue.
Can you eat that chicken?
No, not yet, at least.
Oh no, I'm just straight up asking Harold.
Mm.
And he like looks down. He's like, I'll get to it. Like, were you guys the ones that rescued me from my predicament last night? I don't recognize any of you.
You don't even remember us from the crazy dream at the bar?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that was us.
So I kind of remember a dream at a bar, but it's kind of hazy. It's like, what can I do you for?
You know, Lewitt?
And what's the name? He's like, I know a few Lewitts. And then you show him like the paper.
Yeah.
And he looks at that. He's like, oh, you probably mean Elvin Lewitt. I
Sure.
don't know why his name's Lewitt. It's kind of a weird name for an elf, but yeah, I know he's in a town up north from time to time. He kind of goes around. I think he's got some folks that live up there, but I'd expect to find him in the next town up. What do you need from him?
I don't know. This letter is for him.
Yeah, figured we just pass it along.
And he's looking at it, he's like, oh, this letter doesn't look like it's for him. It looks like it's by him. It's signed by him.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood something, but
I suppose if you don't know who the letter's supposed to go to, Lewitt would. So
yeah, we found it
Yeah,
in that
intercepted
cave
his
with
mail.
some stuff.
Is that thing like sealed?
The letter was not sealed. It was inside of that sealed box, but it didn't have like a stamp or anything on it.
Did we
It was just kinda
read
folded
it?
up. Yes. When you guys
Yeah.
read it, let me refresh. The letter basically was asking about. It seemed to be referencing the strange helmet that you guys got, and it was asking for feedback on how it fit and if there were any measurements that needed to be changed.
That's right.
And it was signed by Lewitt, so it appears that Lewitt
Oh, yeah.
made this helm for somebody.
Okay. Cool. So are we
Still
like
don't know who this.
delivering a helmet once
or,
we find
I
out
mean,
who it
I
went
don't
to?
know. I don't want to give it up. Maybe I'm just going to put it in my pocket when we go talk to him, and then
Judge from
Is that
that.
a helmet in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me, man?
I don't literally mean my pocket, but
Maybe he'll adjust it, and make it fit you better.
It seemed to fit everybody pretty well to put it on.
Oh, okay.
magic or something.
I forget exactly what it did. I
Yeah,
didn't write it down, unfortunately.
I don't know. It didn't protect me from that rock in a bag, so
Obviously, you're not-
You guys, all you remember about it, like it's got this weird, like kind of grayish fabric. It feels really, really heavy, but when you put it on, like right after it seems to like kind of fit snugly on you, you don't really feel the weight of it anymore. And it's got this weird, like kind of curved glass pane in the front of it. It's like there's like no openings or anything. It's like a sealed.
yeah. I assume we haven't figured out how to turn it on yet.
Nah.
There doesn't seem to be any like buttons or any sigils on it or anything. But
Maybe this is the beginning of our Iron Man suit,
Ooh, I like it.
which wouldn't save me from anything.
yeah,
Plastic Man.
Yeah, so you're told that Lewitt is probably the one that wrote this letter, made this. I'm not sure if you show the helm to Harold, but he doesn't know anything.
I mean,
about it.
I'm wearing it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
he
like-
doesn't seem to. He seems to, like, kind of look at it weird, but he doesn't like make any remark about it. He doesn't recognize what it is.
Who is? I mean, we know he's an elf, but is he like a wizard? Is he a renowned armor smith? Like,
Oh yeah, so you ask him a little bit more about Lewitt. He's like, oh yeah, he's kind of this eccentric elf guy. He's he knows a little bit about magic and things here and there. He doesn't necessarily work with like armor a whole lot, but he has been known to enchant. I know he's commissioned from time to time to write out some runes or sigils, but never heard of him making like clothing or anything like that.
I guess we just gotta go talk to him.
I'm like, well, yeah, tell him that Harold sent you, and let him open up a little bit. It's a
That
little
isn't gonna piss
reclusive
him off or
sometimes.
anything, right?
No, shouldn't.
Mhm.
Everybody likes me.
Okay.
And, this is like, I know his. I don't know if he's got his own place, but his parents own a bakery up there. So you go by a bakery, and he would say the name of the town up north is Veltown. The cat is
All
still
right.
attacking you.
Yeah, my cat finally wandered off and left me alone.
attack it back.
Well,
Sure,
if
who
you're all
can-
right with it,
Yeah.
it's time to find a Lewitt.
Yeah, let's go to, what did you say, Belltown?
Veltown with a V.
Belltown.
Veltown.
Maybe they got interesting meat there.
Let's hope so.
Okay. I'm on
So-
board.
It's it's probably about a day and a half travel on foot up north. It's a town that you guys have heard of, and you'd be able to like stick to main roads most of the way there. But this will be our first like travel test.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
So there is a certain DC on this travel. And we're gonna whittle away at it, kind of like a delve, as we try and get there. So, someone give me a navigate test to start off.
Does anybody feel confident in doing that?
No, but I'll do it.
Nope.
Is
Yeah, I
it?
wouldn't be the best.
Yeah, I got this. This isn't a problem. So, navigate is an intelligence score. What is our context?
And it would be nature or Warren.
Okay. I got this. Yeah. All right. My 3 dice generated no
Yeah.
successes.
That's fine. So,
Nailed it.
Got
as
it.
you guys travel on, first thing you encounter is there is you see like there's a river that's kind of going alongside of you for a while, and then it kind of goes wide for a while, but swings back and cuts the road off. Looks like there's a bridge that goes across it, but it's kind of collapsed a bit. And so the wood of it goes all the way across, but it's like in the middle of the river. So a little bit dangerous to cross, might get swept away, but definitely need to be crossed to continue on.
The road goes. Is there normally a bridge here? Or?
Yeah, so there's normally it just looks like some of the posts that kind of hold the bridge up have like rotted away a little bit. So like the bridge is just kind of collapsed a little bit on one side, and most of it's in the water. The water's just kind of like running through it.
Can we just try and fix the post and have it lift the bridge up a bit? Or
Sure, yeah. You can
Shoot.
definitely make like a pretty much any like these are all going to be like skill tests to get past them. So if anyone wants to do like a craft test,
Yeah,
or
like a practical
if someone
skill, like
wants to
crafting.
like brace it, they can do like a force test to move it. Got a few different options. And then it would be in nature or technology.
Anybody feeling particularly strong today? Otherwise, I can attempt it.
You got it,
I'll
man.
get it.
Oh my gosh.
Someone's got it.
I'll do it. I'll heave ho it back up into place. You said athletics or force?
Force or craft?
Force.
Force.
Force
okay.
or craft.
I'm gonna force.
Yeah. Force to
it.
kind of like push the bridge back up
Yeah,
into place, or
Try and
craft to
pull
kind of
it
like
back up.
Yeah.
Check.
Or I guess you could do like a mend also if you're trying to repair the bridge.
I'm equally bad at all three of those.
Just realized I had all my stats wrong.
I'll push that. I don't care. Come on. Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
I cramp my
So-
leg immediately.
Charlie horse.
So-
Ah.
As most tests in this game are, though, they're pretty much always going to be fail forward if you're doing a legit effort. So you step into the water, you brace up the bridge, and it comes down and like pinches your leg as you like shift it a little bit. So as it bites into you, it's going to deal 3 physical damage, but you have righted the bridge. So roll me a d6.
I forgot about that part.
How could you have done this, bridge?
Ooh.
Hey.
6. All right. With that, yeah, the bridge has been fixed well enough for you guys to go across. Knock off a little bit from the travel. And you continue on the path for a while. It's just as the sun's like getting not quite to dusk, but it's a little bit orange in the sky. And you guys maybe you're thinking about camping for the night. You smell a really like it's kind of smells like a campfire at first, but after a bit it smells really bad, like something really foul is being burned. It seems to be coming like off the left side of the trail a ways. And you can, when you look to the side, you see like there is a little bit of like a flickering light kind of through the tree leaves. So it looks like there's some sort of a campfire or something burning off to the side. Either go on past or don't necessarily have to stop, but it's just something you notice.
I don't know. Does it smell like cooking meat? Because this might be an opportunity to feed our plants.
Like that idea. That's a good call, man.
Doesn't really smell like meat. It's kind of hard to like put a smell to it. It's just like really
Worse.
foul. It's almost like burnt skunk or something like that, but like not
Smell like
meat part of
burnt
the
kozel?
skunk.
I don't
What do you
know.
mean by burnt? Do you mean like toast left in the toaster too long, or like brisket barbecue bark?
That's a good question.
Maybe we have to go find out.
Yeah, I think that's
It's more
the best
like
way to
something
find
that's been in a microwave that shouldn't have been, like that kind of.
Oh, so like
Like-
the time I put popcorn in the microwave on the potato setting.
Yeah.
out. Or you just emptied the bag and threw the empty bag into the microwave.
I think that's like as close as you can get to a war crime.
Well, I suppose let's go see if there's something for them to eat.
Yeah.
That's actually
All right.
going to be the motivation for almost everything we do.
Keeping our
Can we
plants in
feed these
check.
things to keep them away from us?
Yeah. So you guys veer off the path, and the road's like raised a little bit. And it kind of like tears down just slightly. So you kind of weave your way down just a bit, approaching the smell. And you kind of come into like a clearing a little bit. And you see that there's like what looks to be, the first thing you see is like a small little campfire. You see it's kind of butted up right next to a tree. And it looks like there's a few like stilted, what are those are called?
Skewer or something, or
Yeah, it's like a skewer, like the little cross braces that they put skewer on.
oh, like a
And you
pit.
see like there's these
Or
weird
spit.
like yeah, and so you see like there's kind of like this spit roast thing of a few different. You see like these weird kind of gray looking blobs on them. It looks like they're almost giant, like roly poly stink bug looking things.
Do you guys eat those?
Skewered.
No, man.
And they're sitting on this, and they're letting off this horrible odor, and it's kind of foul smoke. It's
Maybe eat whoever makes something like that.
going up.
Maybe.
And then you see
Yeah.
this little makeshift wooden ladder, and a small goblinoid is kind of climbing it. It seems to be like trying to climb up this tree that this smoke's billowing up towards.
Guy's gross. I mean, I
It doesn't
I'm
seem to
tempted
notice you.
kill him based on principle alone, but
I think so.
Should we like talk to him?
I guess.
Hey,
Worst that could
man.
happen is just a goblin. We'd knock him in the head and we're good.
How's it
So
going?
he's like in the middle of climbing a tree, and he like turns to the hat, like, no, not again. Like, just go away.
What do you mean, not again?
It's like
I
people keep
haven't-
harassing me. Like, I'm trying to get my knife back.
Oh,
You need this stinky crap to do it?
Yeah, they threw it in a wasp nest. And he points, and you see that there's a wasp nest with this dagger like sticking into it. Looks like someone just threw it.
Oh, so it's like he's trying to smoke out the wasp so he can get the knife back. That makes sense.
okay.
I guess.
Sure, I got this. I'll pull out my short bow. Take careful aim at the branch the
I'm gonna-
nest is on.
I'm gonna jog backwards several feet just to get a nice running start away.
I'm gonna try and fan the flames on this as much as humanly possible.
And then, wait. Hang on. This might be a bad idea. Do any of you have a bag?
I mean, probably yes.
I gotta.
Can I check and see if I have a bag?
Yeah, you guys would be able to have like a leather sack or something.
So I
At the
shoot
very
it.
least, the sack
So
we had
that'd
our
be like a
gold
pretty
coins
standard
in.
thing.
Yeah, I shoot
Yeah.
it. It falls, and then you catch it in the sack. Close it real quick. That way, all the wasps are stuck in the sack, and then we just beat the sack against like a rock until all
it
the
stops
wasps
buzzing?
die. Yeah, man.
This sounds like an even worse idea.
No, I think this will be fine.
I think
Well,
this is
fortunately, I have low intellect and wisdom, so I'm willing to do it.
all right, man. I take careful aim. You got your sack ready?
Okay, sounds like this is going to be a range test and then a dexterity test.
Why not? You just said
My
get your sack
actual
ready.
worst skill.
All right. I'm taking the context as nature.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. This is gonna be 6 dice for me.
I've got 2 dice to roll for this.
You got it, man.
You have 2 dexterity.
I have 2
2
agility.
agility.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 1 success.
Is that enough?
And that is enough to like you hit the tree, and it seems like he's kind of been like shaking it a lot and stuff. So the little connection on that wasp nest is all right. you
Pushed
push.
it.
Okay, that's good.
Wow.
All right, so you'll only take 1 physical damage as you so you kind of like hold the bag up, you say ready, arrow flies, it hits the tree branch, shakes it just enough that the wasp nest falls free, and the hilt of the dagger like smacks your hand as it's falling into the sack, but you're able to close it up, and you feel sack buzzing full of wasps, but it doesn't seem like
Man,
any
imagine
of them
if
got
I had caught the dagger part instead.
Ooh.
It would have been bad.
Probably should have thought this through more.
Maybe.
But
We
I
did
didn't.
fine. We did fine. Go hit it against the base of the tree.
and you're easily able to just beat it until it stops moving. You like
That's what
can
you
hear
get,
the buzzing
wasps.
die down,
That's what you get.
and Goblin seems to like kind of protest a little bit, and then after a bit he climbs down. He's like, "Oh, guys, I wouldn't have been able to do that myself. Like, that was a pretty good idea you guys had."
Yeah, man. We're like heroes
Yeah.
and shit.
He's like, can I get my dagger back now?
I guess.
Yeah.
Can we take that off though? Point at the roly poly things.
He's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he grabs it and he eats it off the stick, and
Oh.
these are great. And tosses it to the side, and he digs through, and he's like digging through the sack a little bit. He takes a few bites out of the wasp nest as he's sifting through it, and then fetches his dagger out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
You guys are a whole lot nicer than the last people I ran across. They thought it was real funny when they did that.
Oh. Those people are dicks.
Yeah,
What's
man,
your
we need to
name,
go-
man?
And he's like, "I'm Gribob."
Grabob.
Mhm.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kozel. And that's Stroop. And these are our emergency rations.
He looks at the rest of you and it's like, it's you Leshy folk usually eat meat.
These ones do.
Yeah, we do.
It's
Yeah, they
terrifying.
usually eat meat. Yeah.
Others.
I had no idea.
I don't think it's normal.
Well, we're in this special, group, we're members of this special group. So we taken up the cause. Name of the group is Pootum. Plants for the unethical treatment of mammals.
They like to put them in their mouths.
Actually, I
What's
don't.
an animal?
Put them in their mouths.
Anything that's got warm blood.
When it's alive or when it's dead?
When it's alive.
Okay.
I'm not picky.
I think I'm a man.
Yeah, you are.
Huh.
But it's fine.
What's ethical mean?
Well, ethical means is like doing the right thing.
Oh, I thought it was how much time will I be in jail for eating this?
No, that's the un
That's usually
part.
how they judge the time, really.
Yeah.
But I've been going
So-
on.
A real complicated name you got there. But
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate you giving me this your dagger. He's like, "You want one of these?" And he holds up like another cooked stink bug.
Was its
No,
blood
good.
warm when it was alive?
I've only ever eaten them cooked, and it's usually pretty warm. So yeah.
I don't think so, man. Bugs aren't mammals.
I think
Bugs
anything
aren't.
you cook's a mammal, right?
No. It's got to be warm before the cooking process.
How would I know if it's warm before the cooking process? I only ever cook it when I eat it.
You just got to experiment, man. Next time you come across something, take a bite of it before you cook it.
Hmm.
And if it's not
If
like,
don't shit yourself to death.
in the 90s, as far as degrees go, then you're okay. But
Okay.
if it's not in the 90s, then it's not food.
I guess I'll keep that in mind. You do notice that like as he's been like kind of cleaning his dagger off, his dagger looks like incredibly exquisite compared to the rest of it. He's wearing like this really raggedy little like loincloth, and his camp's just like kind of makeshift sticks, and it's got like this like deer pelt that's been kind of fastened into a little tent. But he's got this like really ornate, like there's like a little red jewel in the hilt. It's got this nice kind of silver cross guard and a long, like narrow pointed tip on the dagger.
Mind if we ask where you got such a fancy dagger?
It's like, oh, I found it on a mammal, I guess.
Did you eat him?
No,
And was this man alive?
not when I found him.
Okay. What are other questions we should ask here, guys?
Uh,
I
you know where we can find
just-
more of those? Or are you willing to sell it?
No, looks at it. It's like, I guess I'd sell it, but I'd want to trade it for something else sharp. You have anything else sharp?
I mean, I've got a regular dagger.
Um,
And a little bit of money.
so if you show a regular dagger to him, yours is worth a d6. Because like all of the starting weapons, so you've probably got like almost like a more of like a Bowie knife type dagger, something like that. It's a little bit bigger quality. Yeah, and then when you show that, he like looks at it. He like kind of looks at the blade of his. And he's like, I like that one better. Like we could trade.
Okay.
There you go.
Me, I'm
This
gonna
one's
look
really
real.
comfortable. It's like it's got all these little prickly bits on the handle. Like, it looks nice, but it's hard to hold.
All I'm concerned about is things that look fancy, truth be told.
That's fair. Any chance you could tell us where this dead mammal was at when you found him?
Oh yeah. So there was like this camp. It was by a cave. There's a bunch of them, and there was this big like spider thing, and it attacked them. Most of them died. And when it went in the cave, I went in and grabbed a few things. And this is one of them. And then I grabbed this pelt, and I grabbed a lot of food. I've eaten all the food though.
I'll describe the big creature from last session. Like, is that what it looked like, man?
Like, yeah, kind of. It's pretty big. Had a bunch of little like metal and bone stuff all over it. Yeah, sounds like it.
How long ago did you find this dagger?
I mean, it's like few days ago, I think.
Does that mean
Was
our
it-
friend moved into a new cave?
Or
That would
this
line
is-
up.
might have been the same one, I think.
Okay.
Been the same one.
Oh,
It sounds like he's got a good eye for finding and killing people with fancy things.
yeah.
I mean, these could have been the bandits from.
Maybe they're the actual bandits.
Yeah.
Or it's the people that got ambushed.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who even knows anymore, man?
I don't.
Well, I mean, we got a nice trade on a nifty knife. He got something out of the deal, and I think we could call this a valuable market exchange.
All
This
right.
dagger that you gave him, Dan, almost looks like a short sword to him because of his size. He starts like
Nice.
swinging it, and he chops a few twigs with it. He's like, I like this one a lot better.
Calm down, kid. Calm down.
All right. So what should I change on the one that I have now?
Put a D4 dagger, expensive 2.
Ooh.
Okay. So just a fancy dagger.
Yep.
That's all right.
So it's still worth like a D4 in combat. It's not like it's not small enough that it's really discreet. It's like really flashy and stuff too. Like it's got like pressed metal stuff like all along. It definitely doesn't look like a dagger that's meant for combat. It looks like a dagger that's kind of like meant to be a letter opener on someone's desk. Like more of that. It's still constructed like sturdily, but it's definitely more for show.
That sounds
Or
appropriate for my
selling.
character, though.
Yeah, man, that's right up your alley.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Well,
Fighting
let's-
people really
yeah.
isn't my thing, but looking like I can fight people. Ooh.
That's true. Yeah, it would look pretty snazzy on your belt there. Doesn't have a sheath with it though. But that's fine. There's no like mechanical detriment to that.
When I
All
fall
right.
and murder myself later.
Roll me a D6, somebody.
You want to do it, Chuck, since you had the brilliant idea?
All right. I can roll a d6. Oh, I got a 3, middle of the road, man.
All right. With that, you guys leave goblin friend behind and camp out for the night. And that 3 with the 6 before beats the score of, I set the DC for this travel at 8. So you are over that. With that threshold met, you guys make it to Veltown without any other like hindrances. And you arrive probably about like 11 in the morning, or just like after 11.
Make good time.
Mm-hmm. And it's a decently sized town. It's a little bit bigger than the previous one you were in. It's got an actual like fortified wall circling the whole town. Cobblestone roads in certain places, but a lot of mud. And you were told that Lewitt's parents at least own a bakery.
All right. I like bakeries.
And you'd quickly be pointed to the only
Blasphemy.
bakery that has like elven owners.
I mean, I hate bakeries.
Yeah.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Yeah, you'd be pointed over to the only the bakery that's like known for having elven owners. It's kind of close to the middle of town.
What I meant to say is I love to hate bakeries.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Well, let's
All
go.
right. As you approach, the door's closed, and there's a sign up that like says closed. And you do see that there's like some bread out in the kind of like in a little windowsill. It looks like it's been there for a really, really long time. It looks really stale.
What a waste. I guess is this door open, Chet?
Door's closed.
Well, let's head around back, see if we can't get in anyway.
Oh, I was just gonna go knock on the door.
Oh, that works. I'll head around back. You do that.
You knock. You don't hear anything as you knock. Jake, as you head around to the back, you do hear slightly after Dan starts knocking, you hear like some movement on the other side of the back door.
I'll wait a moment, and then I'll try to go in through the back door.
Okay. Yeah, no one seems to respond or come to the door in the front.
Does it open?
You try it. Seems to be locked.
Does anybody get picking locks? Or should we go around back?
I
Pick
can
locks.
attempt to compel the door to open. That's how it works,
I
right?
try not to break the door in.
What skill would lock picking fall under?
That'd be dexterity.
Agility.
Okay,
Oh,
agility.
Agility.
I roll 4 dice for that.
Yeah, we'll only roll 4 as well.
Roll 3.
If this counts as urban, I actually get 5 though.
It's all you, man.
It would count as urban or technology.
All right, I get 5.
I'll be right back.
Not
Pick those locks.
56. Ooh,
Oh, don't pick those locks.
I'm gonna try again. Oh God, that was not worth trying
Ouch.
again.
You got a success though. Yeah.
So you as you like kind of start picking the lock, you are able to open it. So like as you're turning it though, and you stick the like lock mechanism in, it twists, and there's like a loose piece of metal that you kind of like scrape your hand on.
Nice.
It's gonna give you 3 points of damage.
I am
3 points of
I'm trying to
tetanus.
think of a way how that you hurt yourself that bad on a door. Let's say you cut yourself.
Somebody stuck razor blades on the handle.
There was a paint can sitting on top of the door, and when I walked in, it just
Yep. Bonked you real good. But yeah, one success is enough though. It's not like this heavily reinforced door, so you're able to like pick it and push through. Jake, as they open the door and they get through the lock and that swings open, you hear someone like grab the doorknob of the back door. It seems like they're about to run through.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll just wait there, and I'll have my hammer ready just in case.
Okay.
knock.
So, as you guys go in through the front door, back door opens, and it opens partially really quickly, and you see a man try and like kind of slide his way through. He's got a hood over, and it's got like a little cloak. That's the word I was looking for. He's got like a cloak on. And you see like a small kind of pointed beard poking out the bottom of it. And he seems to duck out. He seems very surprised that you're there, and he recoils back and looks like he's trying to go around you to run.
Yeah, I'll try to juke to keep him running.
Okay.
It's the
Give me
brand.
how are you, like what skill do you feel like you're using to stop him from running?
Basically, I'm like taking a hockey field goalie's, or not field goalie, just a goalie's stance to sort of move back and forth.
Getting wide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say either a force or a dexterity test.
I'll go with dexterity.
Okay. And then you can give me a urban.
Oh, nice. 2 successes.
Okay. No, you're easily able to like kind of block him. And after he tries to run past you a little bit and he sees the weapon you got, he's like, "Oh, please, like, don't hurt me. What do you guys want?"
Oh, we just wanted to ask you about some magical knickknacks that you might have made, just to see more about them.
And he seems more scared when you say that. He's like, "No, I said, like, I'm done with it. It's not my fault. It got lost."
Whoa. we're not here to kill you or anything. Just
We aren't.
we really
Damn.
do just want to talk.
Really? And
Yeah.
he kind of looks around. He like grabs your arm and opens the door back and pulls you inside and closes the door behind you.
Neat.
All right. As he reaches his arm out, you notice like the cloak's kind of not over it. You see he's got these weird purple splotches all along his skin. And where there should be like veins, you see like these long white lines. Instead of like a blue undercolor, it's just like these long white lines.
He's a synth.
I was gonna say, do they look like badger injuries?
They do
Oh,
not.
God. How many badgers and cages does he have in his bakery?
They do not look like badger bites. Yeah, he grabs you and pulls you in. And he sees the rest of you coming in through the front door. And you hear a voice call out as you guys are walking into the front door. He's like, close the door, quick. He says, I'm assuming they're with you. He asks you.
Yeah, they're. Yeah, they were gonna try to sneak in the front. I was gonna sneak in the back, but then you helped. So
Yeah.
He goes over to the door and he pushes it closed. He locks it again. He's like, let's go to the back. He scurries back and opens the door to like a back room where they keep like the grain and stuff for the bread. It's like, in here.
All right. And who are you?
And so as he's like pulling you guys in, are you still wearing the helmet, Dan?
I was planning to take it off before he came in here. So
Okay. I remember you saying that now. Yep. So he like pulls you guys all in. He shuts the door and he's like, well, why are you guys looking for me? What do you want?
who are you?
I'm
I
Louis.
think that's Lewitt.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that, he said the name first. So,
Oh well, now I ruined it. You better be Lewitt, guy.
It's like when you get like a Lyft or
I am.
Uber. You gotta say the names in a certain order.
Right? Yeah. Purple guy with white veins in the.
You have to say the name
And
to the driver.
When you
Honda
mentioned that,
Accord.
he like kind of pulls his cloak like over his arms a little bit, and he's like pulled his hood back a little bit. And you don't see those purple splotches or anything over his face or his head or his neck, but he like kind of pulls it back over his arms. And things. He's
I don't know what's wrong with you, but we found this like letter, a cave with some creepy monster thing.
like a letter. Oh, that's a letter. How did you? And he snatches it. And he's like, was there money with it, or was it
Yeah,
there's
in a box?
No, there was not.
I mean, we found lots of shit.
No, there
Lots
was
of dead
nothing
things.
else with that. Just tell me when I need to roll or deceive, because there was nothing with that letter when we fucking found it.
Yeah. Make a deceive test.
Hell the fuck yes.
Yeah. One success. That's fine.
I was just going to show my regular coins.
So with that, so you say there was no money with it, meaning
I would be like,
Yeah,
oh no,
so
this is
he
what was
says-
left. I
yeah.
see.
So he's like, okay, there's only the note. There's no money, and there wasn't anything else in the box.
Oh,
Hmm.
was there supposed to be something in the? Oh man, I had a joke, but I know nobody's gonna get it. What was in the box, Roddy Rich? Continue.
I don't get it.
Nope. Sorry.
Rap song.
Dude.
Don't worry.
He seems confused. He's like, well, there was no money. That means that it hadn't gotten to them yet. But then there was also no contents, which means maybe it had got to them and they were sending it back. I'm not sure. I can't say. This isn't good. No, that must have not gotten to them. They're waiting on it. I thought you guys were here to kill me because I was hired to do a job and I sent it and it never got there apparently. And they've been looking for me, but it's not my fault.
Well, one, that's not off the table, but two, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's not that important. They hired me to make a thing for them, and I made it, and I was sending it in the mail.
Hypothetically, what type of thing was this?
It's not something I'm supposed to talk about, but
I mean, like we could help you look for it, maybe.
I guess that's true. I can't really. It would stand out if you saw it. It would look sort of like a gray cloth helmet, but it would have a large piece of glass on the front. That would be the main thing that you'd be able to tell it apart. It's very expensive to have glass like that. It would definitely stand out.
Do something special. It sounds like having glass and a helmet in front of your face would be a bad idea.
It fires laser beams. Just say it.
It's not for protection from physical things. It's for protection from non-physical and auras and such. And he pulls back his cloak a little bit, and you see like he's wearing like a kind of like this.
Reveals that he's Professor X.
Yeah, but he's wearing like just kind of like this t-shirt that doesn't have any sleeves on it, and you see that his arms are like got this weird splotchy purple like sores and scars on them, almost like he's been burned really badly, and then all of his veins have this weird like white discoloration to them, and he pulls like his shirt down a bit, and you see like there's this clear circular like line that seems to match the same like line shape as the helmet that you have, Dan.
Mhm.
And it's like it's supposed to protect from certain auras and things. They commissioned me to deal with the Moric fog up to the north. And if any of you want to make a lore test on Moric fog.
Any context?
This would be either arcane, social, or Warren.
Have four then.
Social one.
I'd be rolling 6. And you said any of us can do it?
Yep.
All right. Dos successes for me.
I got a success.
You guys all kind of like, whisper to each other at the mention of like Moric fog. Does anyone fail that test that took it? I guess no one failed. So you guys would know Moric fog. So Mora is kind of the word for magic in this setting. And so the Moric fog is basically think radiation from the bomb you guys dropped at the end of that campaign one time.
They're dealing with Fallout.
A little bit. So there's basically a lot of this like magic residue that's left over from explosion, the one that caused the whole like rift in the dual blades and opened up the ground and tore up all the caverns and things. Closer to the epicenter of that explosion, there's still like this lingering Moric fog, and when you're far away from it, you can't really tell it's there, but as you get closer and closer to the epicenter, You've heard rumors that it starts getting thick enough that you can see it. And there's all sorts of like horror stories associated with it. Like people get burned really bad. It's like messed with the wildlife in the area. There's all sorts of like weird monsters and things that like to feed off of it. Incredibly dangerous. Nobody ever goes there. So he says that he was commissioned to make something to deal with that.
Seems like a helmet's maybe not enough by the looks of
Like,
things.
Yeah, I was not done with it and was kind of I wasn't ready for trials, but they thought I was and forced me to do one. It worked partially for what I
Oh,
had.
that's why your face is okay.
Yeah.
So fucked up.
Yeah. I'm glad I had at least something on.
Are you making
Very
like
painful.
the rest of the
Don't
suit?
recommend it. He's like, I was waiting to receive funds for the rest of the suit. I finished the helmet and sent it off to make sure that it fit my client. He was going to let me know if it fit and send back money for me to finish making the rest, to acquire the rest of the materials. He was giving me in advance. But I never received it. And apparently he never received it. So I'm dead if they find me because they think that I skimped out.
Oh,
And there's not very
sucks.
much way to communicate with these people when they don't have what they want.
I mean, we
If-
found the letter in like a place with some bandits and stuff.
If we found this
mean-
helmet and saved your life, could we get like half?
If you found the helmet, I would hope that you would deliver it for me to where it was supposed to go.
Mhm.
Where's that?
You would say, "Oh, there's a town up farther north." That is somewhere in my OneNote.
Good Springs.
Strendow.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I hate to say it, but like, we don't work for free, really.
Yeah.
Right. He scratched his head for a little bit. He's like, I suppose
These plants need
Uh,
meat. Meat isn't free.
Wait,
does
if
Leshy
they-
eat meat?
We've already been through this like 3
Yeah.
times a day. Yes.
I'm surprised
you-
you didn't know that.
Have you encountered this Mark Fog before?
I don't think so. I mean,
Been known to cause all sorts of weird things, especially to nature creatures. Yeah. I've heard Leshy acting in peculiar ways when exposed to it.
Oh,
Wait.
have they been radioactive plants this whole time?
Oh no.
that's great.
Feed me, Seymour. Wait, like if
Says,
you're
well,
hold
if
on.
I was not hiding anymore, I could get back to my shop. I have funds there in my safe.
What
But that location's being watched. So I can't get there to pay you now. But if you were able to deliver, or find the rest of the package where this letter came from, actually, who knows where that is? Tell them I died. If you
We
say
can
that I
like
died, then I bet they'll stop looking for me.
well, I mean, we can go back to like that cave and search it again or something.
Cave.
There was some sort of crazy monster in it, so we didn't really go very deep into it.
But we found the letter.
Yeah, it's probably still there, but I doubt anyone would want. It's very heavy and it's clearly not very good as armor. So I doubt many people had much interest in it. It may still be laying around there somewhere.
I extend out my leshy hand to him. Like, how about we make a deal? If we find this helmet, we deliver it, you give us a large sum of money, and you make us a cool adventure item, just one. And then, tell them, it's
I
shipping
do
delay.
it for just a cool item. I don't need the adventure item too.
The shipping chain is hard around this time.
Like if you're able to recover it, then that means I can return back to my shop. And if you're able to recover it and return it to them, then that clears my name. I can go back to my shop and I can do any sort of whatever's you need commissioned for. I do all sorts of enchanting for adventurers all the time. So
That sounds
I
fun.
certainly offer my services. If you tell them I died, I could probably make it in long enough to get my funds and then leave, but I wouldn't be able to stay at my shop anymore. I would have to start over. But I'd still be able to pay you. But I would like my shop back. I did invest quite a lot there.
We'll see what we can do.
As long as you heard about my part of making a cool adventure item for us, we got a deal.
Absolutely. In fact, there's probably a few there that I can lend to you to try out. I don't often meet Leshy adventurers. There's a few ideas I've had for them.
Right.
Any freebies you want to throw out for like experimentations, I'd be down.
Agree.
And
Yeah,
if you're able
that sounds like a
to
good deal.
get my shop back, then absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay. That sounds like we got ourselves a deal.
Yeah.
We have a
Say,
quest.
There's
Let's go back to that cave, guys.
and when he talks about the town that he's asking for you to deliver it to, Strendow, you would know that that's kind of like a company town. There's like a mining company that owns it, and he tells you that there's a man named Bolzo that is waiting for his delivery there. And so if you're able to find it, to tell him, and if you don't find it, to tell him that Lewitt died. And he says, like, make up some story about me, like succumbing to this weird sickness, or whatever. Say my skin was all purple and I died. That's what happens to a lot of people that they know. So I'm sure they'll buy it.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, don't mess up their jobs if you ever do anything for them.
I don't think we just want to work for them.
Yeah.
They pay well.
Money's not everything, man.
Not well enough for that.
True. And I immediately go to wherever he's holding food in his house and start looking through it.
They need me.
You would find like there's like a cellar in here, and it's got like a few like pieces of meat strung up.
Oh, I take it.
Give
Not
me
all
one,
of it.
man.
It's like
Yeah,
some
enough
sausages.
Yeah, enough to share.
All right, as soon as he brings me some
Okay.
meat, I just set it on the floor and stand on it.
I suppose you guys can help yourselves.
Listen, man, it's this or you.
Oh, we did.
Oh, okay.
They
Fair
need
point.
meat, and I don't want it to be mine.
We're
you
good
guys are
friends
able
as long as you keep
to,
us fed.
You can each add a D4 sausage to your inventory.
I'm gonna call mine foot sausage.
Yeah.
Gross.
It has the what's the tag on it? It has the tag perishable on it.
Okay.
All right. He says too, so even if the helmet's broken, like the glass is shattered, it's not in good condition. Just as long as you have some piece of it to give to him, you can't really mistake it for anything else. So that would be good enough.
All right. I guess we'll be on our way then.
Yep.
Well, for all of our sake, I hope you find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all of our sake.
Absolutely.
True story,
Mhm.
bro.
All right.
Try not to die before we come back.
So like I'll be hiding out here. Although, how did you guys find me? You weren't looking.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that. Harold? Do you like Harold? How do you feel about Harold? And that
The old man from the town south of here.
Yeah.
He's all right, I suppose. I spoke to him a single time when I.
Oh, he
went through
seemed
that
to
town.
think that
He stitched
you'd
you up
like it if
hardcore.
we told you he sent us.
I don't know how he remembered all that. He was very drunk when I talked to him.
Some
I assume
people are what you call high functioning alcoholics.
That must be him. 'Cause, I've met him a single time, and it was almost a year ago, and he was completely wasted. And I told him my parents had a bakery here.
Oh, well, he remembered and he told us to come here. So
Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't tell anyone else to come here.
Oh, he probably will.
Geez,
should
yeah,
move.
maybe.
We gotta go kill
Oh.
Harold.
I'm gonna move. I'll
Hey, here's what's left of your front lock. Just some bits of metal.
yeah you'll be able to find me here, and he'll explain there's like another town or another house in this town that he's staying at. So he
Perfect.
lets you know that there's like an inn on the other side of town.
'Cause if you
Okay.
die first, then it's going to be really hard for us to get paid.
Yes, they're probably still watching my shop, and if anyone were to try and go into it, they would assume that they're either thieves, in which case they would be dealt with, or that they're someone that I requested to go in and grab stuff for me, which same thing.
Basically,
Probably not good to be caught either way by them.
Well, shall we?
Let's go.
All
There's
right.
a new quest.
I'll grab a sausage and head out.
Yeah, anyone, there's like lots of sausage links down in
Heck
the
yeah.
basement there. So anyone that wants can grab a D4 of sausage.
They're not bad.
Goodness knows we all need meat
Uh-huh.
all the time.
All the time, man.
I was going to keep hold of mine in case they get hungry later.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Have a good one, Oak. Have fun. We'll catch you later.
All right. What's the plan?
Yes. Since we already have the helmet, I guess we're gonna head on up and go try about see about making money.
I
Just go straight to
making money.
Strenda then.
Is this where we're going exploring in the fog?
Hopefully not in.
So the fog's like a lot farther north, and it's like pretty much all around just the epicenter. It doesn't extend very far.
I mean,
So-
just having the helmet seems not so helpful after all. So
Mhm.
as much as I
This is
kind of
more
want to
of a-
keep it,
It's a proof of concept for a future project.
It's anti-magic. So if there was for some reason a like magic field that was more concentrated to a single area, like a spell that was like only hitting your head, then maybe it'd be helpful for that.
A charm
Man, you
spell,
can't
maybe.
walk.
Yeah,
Trying to
something like that.
talk
But
to
like
your mind.
something like a area of effect though, like it would protect your head, but the rest of you would still be hit.
yeah, I don't know. if he's still alive, he could make more of them though. So I feel like that's a better deal for us in the long run than just one fancy hat.
Okay.
True. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
fancy
as far
suit.
as you guys know, like there have been rumors of people that have been able to go into like the fog, but it's usually really, really expensive. Usually, you have to hire like a wizard that's able to cast like warding magic around the whole party, and it's crazy expensive, and a lot of resources have to go into that. You've never heard of like something you can wear that gets rid of it.
I do like money though. I think we all like money.
I like
Yep.
money.
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal.
I don't have a
Money,
lot to
yeah.
do with it, but I like it.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a lot of meat.
That's it.
All right. Are you guys staying a night in the town and then heading out the next day?
I suppose so.
What time of day is it?
It's probably just afternoon.
We do have money to spend.
You do.
Let's go spend
There
it.
are plenty of just like general stores and things.
All right. I got a moral dilemma here.
And that is
I'd like to see if I can buy a better bow,
Mm-hmm.
but my current bow is made out of bone. So it's, ethical to use and stuff.
how can you buy another bow made out of bone?
Yeah, let's go to the bow shop. See what they can do.
Okay. Yeah.
If I bring you a bone, can you turn it into a bow?
There's you are able to find a shop that they're not like exclusively bows, but
Yeah.
they do like a lot of that type of something like a Fletcher.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. So
Yeah.
Bowyer?
yeah.
A David
Bower.
Bowyer.
And
Yes. But yeah, you'd find a shop and you'd say that you're looking for a better bow than the one that you're using currently.
Yeah. Preferably something like metal or synthetic or bone. I can even get you a bone. But not wood.
horn.
Not
Ooh.
wood.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of double takes on you. He's like, oh, I guess we might have something against
Right?
our plant-based products.
Yeah. It'd be really messed up to be using your Aunt Susie as a weapon in battle.
It's
I don't know. My
not
Aunt Susie has
something
really
I'd
sharp nails.
be able to do, I guess. Unless it was human bone that went into the bow. I'm not going to ask what bones those are. But yeah, I don't
We
have
found them.
another bone bow, and I don't have a metal bow, but I could probably reinforce the bow that you have now if you would want it to do a little more. I could put some metal
Yeah.
bracing and restring it.
That would be great, man. Currently, I'm just using, catgut for the string. So maybe if you've got something a little, a little better.
Yeah, that's not our recommended string.
See?
Um,
I heard Senu does good.
I'll see what I have.
Okay.
I'm going to just kind of go over and whisper, don't recommend anything made out of plants, no matter what.
They even make like bowstrings out.
I don't know.
Horse hair?
Animal parts.
That's what catgut is, right?
Hmm?
Animal heart?
Maybe.
I don't know.
They make it out of rawhide.
There you go.
Leather, maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
Rawhide. Whoosh.
Bum-ba-da-dum.
Go.
Yeah. So yeah, he would say because you have like a D6 bow, right? Reload one.
Yeah.
So he'd be able to upgrade that to a D8
Fuck yeah.
reinforced bone bow for a D4.
All right, so I have a D6 money. So do I just reduce that die size to a
To a
D4?
D2.
Oh, okay.
It's just completely additive, right? It's
Okay.
Yep. D2.
Cool. How long will it take?
Coins. He's like, I should be able to get this done probably by tomorrow morning if you want to stop
All
by.
right, cool. We're staying in town tonight, so like, yeah.
But the main thing that's going to take a while is I don't have a rawhide string, but I can get one put together.
Okay.
I'll start spinning it.
Nice.
All right. Anyone else want anything else?
D6 isn't enough to buy any armor, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to
would
save
not
up
be.
for.
Yeah.
It's a minimum.
The
D8,
cheapest
right?
armor is a D8. So
I'd
it'd
be-
a D4 plus D4.
Willing to loan my 2 to someone.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to pay
It's
for a
additive.
hotel room tonight too. So
Is there somebody who could fashion some like spikes onto my brass knuckles?
For staying in like just base level inns and towns, there's no cost.
oh, there's no cost. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll loan my 2 to someone.
It's only if you're like staying in like a higher than your like normal.
I mean, really, I just got to
and
get.
just
You
kind of
know,
hand waving that.
are you cool if I go stand in your front yard all night?
Yeah. Yeah. So like fighting inns and all that's not a problem. Unless like the only time that you would ever have to like pay to stay in a tavern, it's like if you were in like a really high class
Yeah.
town or something, and like the only place to stay is like more of like a hotel type place,
Okay.
rather than like just a average tavern. Any like petty funds are just kind of hand waved. Anything that would be less than a D2 is just kind of hand waved.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, one of you want my D2, and you can get you some armor.
I figure you should probably go for that since melee's you're kind of our
Honestly, I'd rather just upgrade my weapon as well. Right now.
What about you, Kevin?
Sure.
I'll take some armor. Why not?
Sure, I'll give you my D2.
All right.
Gives you D8.
Yeah. And same thing, like you can incrementally upgrade your armor as you invest money into it. So it'll start out like if you have a D8, it'll be light padded armor. So D4, D4. But you'll be able to like invest money into it to increase that to heavy or into heavier light armor.
Since I had to spend some money healing myself, I've only got a D4. So
Yeah. So yeah, if you're getting light armor, you can do that. That would expend your D6 and the D2, and you can put a D4 light armor in your physical. And on the character sheet, I think the way that we're normally recording that is just in the armor, you put light, and then in protection, put a D4. All right. And then Tyler, you said you were looking for a better weapon.
I'm gonna get spikes out of my brass knuckles.
Okay. Absolutely. So how much are you willing to spend for that?
I have up to a D6. So
Okay. So you'd go to like the weapon smith, and let me pull up Just looking through. If you want to spend full D6, they would give you a few choices. So spending a D6 would let you bump it up to a D8. And then you could also get a tag on it,
Ooh,
like a positive tag.
I actually like the sound of that.
So you could get something like
I'm pulling the guide up now.
you could get finesse, which lets you use your agility instead of your brawn when making melee. You could get durable, which makes it so that you can't lose it to like random fortune fallout. And then anything that would like normally destroy it wouldn't.
Ooh, could I
you can
get
get-
piercing? Could I get spikes and then add piercing as my?
Yeah, you can get piercing.
That's what I want to do.
All right. So yeah, if you pay a D6, you're able to bump that up from a D6 to a D8 piercing.
Sweet. All right.
Awesome.
Well, let's go crash, pick up our shit in the morning, and then roll out and
Yeah.
go do the thing.
Go make money.
Yeah.
What? Money.
We're getting pretty close to time here since we're about to start like another journey out. We'll probably cut it here. So we'll say it's the next day morning. Chuck, you get your bow back.
All right.
Everyone gets a long rest to heal whatever damage they've acquired,
Nice.
or like the normal rate of healing.
I'm still quite hurt, but I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. And I guess we'll do our experience questions, and that'll probably wrap it for tonight.
Hooray.
Okay. So, one, did you participate in the session?
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone gets a point there. Did any of you acquire a fallout or a debuff? I think the only person is Dan. Yeah. So you get an experience point for that.
There you go.
Did anyone risk your safety for another player or NPC?
I did.
Dan and Chuck, or was it fucked with the wasps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah, absolutely.
Stroop did.
What'd you do?
Okay.
He definitely could have got hit by a purse, but you know.
Oh yeah, you threw yourself right out there in
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Harold also gets an XP for
He
standing in the way.
An involuntary XP. Yeah.
Kevin, Kavan, you like separate yourself and put yourself in the back door, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
what's the? I'd say that would be like risking your safety, because like going up by yourself for
Travel
that.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take that. Did you complete a quest or objective?
Objective. We had to hunt down
We did
this
find
dude.
Lewitt.
Fluid,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that was your like objective for the night, was find Lewitt. So you did that. Yep,
Yeah.
I'll take that. Did anyone perform an extraordinary action?
I don't.
Not one that I can remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't think I could take anything.
I've just been stealing.
And then nobody died. So that's another experience point.
Hooray.
So yeah, I think everyone gets another 4 then.
Puts me at 8. I can buy a feat.
Yeah.
Here, brother.
And then again, it's 5 experience points to buy a skill. You can buy a cantrip or a spell voice if you have arcane or occult. 6 experience to buy a feat, and you can buy anything on the list in the role or class feats, as long as you meet the requirements for it. Pretty much none of them have requirements except for like some of the ones towards the bottom.
Maybe buy a feat, I think.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
There's a lot of ones in there. Feats are basically like how you have a class in this game. And then, or you could spend all of your experience to get another context. Those are pretty expensive because they apply to so many different things. So,
Nice. I don't think any of us are far enough for that yet.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to buy a context before a feat or anything else, but like later, if the campaign's been going a particular direction for a while, might be helpful to pick one
You
up.
got your class built satisfactorily.
Yeah. Or if you want to like start dabbling into magic, you'll have to buy like arcane or occult if you haven't started with it.
Seems fair to me.
All
I totally
right.
forgot I had a magic spell. I 100% forgot.
Oh yeah,
Gee.
you got a cantrip?
Yeah, I have hex.
You've got a hex. Yeah. Yep. You can cause all sorts of fuckery with that.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. So next session, we're gonna pick up with you guys traveling north again, trying to get this shady organization to not kill Lewitt, and go from there.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, we did the hard part already, which is finding the helmet. So
Yep.
now we get to profit. I hope.
True.
Okay.
Learned a little bit about what's going on there, and yeah, so we'll pick that up here in 1 week. So, what else is on the radar for the defenders?
Yeah, was it Friday? Saturday, I was going to run a one shot, but I realized I am so close to finishing the adventure that I've got to write for GMP Studios. So I think rather than using my time to prep something for a one shot, I'm going to use that time to write. So no, nothing happening tomorrow night. Sunday night, you can catch Jake and I over on Steam Steel and Murder for some Shadowrun. Monday night, that's a holler night if I remember correctly.
Yeah. That's the one where we're probably all going to die.
Yeah.
Except for Jeremy, maybe.
I think so. So yeah, Joe, Dan, and myself.
I think all of us except for Bert are gonna die.
Okay.
Jeremy was
Bert's still-
separate from us. And Bert's messing with he's near us.
Okay.
Okay.
More than one of us will probably die.
Yeah.
But
That's the important thing.
so yeah, for
Who
next
will it
week.
be?
Yeah. On Wednesday, we're doing the Quiet Year as we're setting up for our next run in the Thunder Rift. On Thursday, we're doing the Quiet Year as we're setting up for an Over the Garden Wall style game for the Watercolors and Warriors crew. And next Friday, we'll be back here. And next Saturday at 1 p.m. over on Grim and Perilous Plays, we'll be doing some Fallout. And at 9 p.m. over on Goodman Games Official, we'll be doing more Weird Frontiers. So yeah, that's our week. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for playing, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.